Number 66. And where it lands today, the AI bill is coming due. Clarity, control, execution, creation, legacy. That's our vibration. Welcome back to the TopCat AI Signal Report, number 66. No hype, no panic, no chasing every shiny model release. We watch what moves underneath the headlines. And today's signal is one we've been watching form for weeks. AI is becoming powerful enough that businesses now have to manage not only what AI can do, but what AI costs, what it touches, and what happens when it changes. And that changes the conversations. Let's get into it. Segment 1, the big signal. There's a fascinating development happening right now. Companies are increasingly looking at AI model routers, systems that decide which AI model should handle a particular task. Why? Because businesses are discovering something very quickly. There isn't one AI that's best at everything. One model may be excellent at reasoning, another may be cheaper for routine work. Another may be better at coding. Another may be better at voice. Another may offer different privacy or geographic controls. And when AI usage scales, those differences become money. A lot of money. Recent reporting describes companies turning toward model routing specifically to manage unpredictable AI costs and avoid dependence on a single provider. This is from Fortune, y'all. And that's a bigger story than it sounds, because we're moving from which AI should I use to which intelligence should handle this particular job. That's orchestration. And orchestration is becoming the business. Segment 2, why small businesses should care. Now, if you're running a small business like me, you might be thinking, Coach, that's interesting, but I don't have an AI department. Exactly. You don't need one. In fact, this is where small businesses can be incredibly smart. You don't need the most expensive model. You don't need every subscription. You don't need an agent doing everything. You need to identify where intelligence produces measurable value. Does that make sense? So maybe that's a missed call recovery system, a lead qualification assistant, an appointment agent, a customer FAQ system, a proposal generator, an internal knowledge assistant, even a follow-up engine, y'all. And here's what I want you to think about differently. Don't ask which AI should you buy. Ask what job needs to be done and what is the least expensive, safest intelligence that can reliably do it. Y'all hear me? Now that's a completely different question, right? And it's a much better business question. Segment 3, the AI bill is changing. Now, before we get into segment 3, a quick word from our sponsor. The TopCat AI signal is made for you. Quick, efficient, and fast. We cut through all the noise and provide you only the signal that's applicable to your business. Thank you. Now let's go. Here's another signal underneath today's story. AI isn't behaving financially like traditional software. A normal software subscription might cost you, I don't know, $40, $50 a month, whether you use it 5 times or 5,000 times. An autonomous AI agent can continuously consume models, APIs, storage, search, communications, and other services while it works. So an agent can become more useful and simultaneously become more expensive. So y'all got to be careful. This is why you need agency founders like myself and experts to consult with. Does that make sense? Come on now, you don't want to spend more. That defeats the whole purpose. That's why AI cost governance is becoming a serious enterprise issue. Tech Radar Pro recently highlighted the emerging problem of agent sprawl. AI systems multiplying across organizations while financial and technical oversight struggles to keep pace. That's sprawl. This is from Tech Radar, as we said. And there's the signal. Automation without measurement eventually becomes another form of noise. All right, segment 4, the TopCat Small Business Rule. Let's grow, Gahanna. Ohio, we rocking. Measure the outcome, not the activity. Okay, here's how we do that. Don't tell me your AI generated 10,000 messages. Tell me something like this. How many customers did it help? How many appointments did it recover? How much time did it return? How many leads moved forward? How many mistakes did it create? How much human correction was required? And what did the entire system cost? That's the difference between AI theater and an AI business system. You feel me? All right, segment 5, caution. And then there's the other signal. While businesses are figuring out how to make agents economical, security researchers are figuring out how far autonomous systems can go when they're given objectives and access to real environments. The recent OpenAI and Hugging Face incident, we talked about that several podcasts ago. It's particularly instructive because it wasn't simply a story about model producing a bad answer. It involved AI systems operating inside a security evaluation and reaching beyond the intended boundary. Basically, they fucking escaped. OpenAI has since discussed the incident publicly, and additionally, reporting has focused attention on the engineering weaknesses that allow the systems to move through connected infrastructure. This is from Reddit. And I want to make one distinction very clear. We don't need an anthropomorphized AI to take this seriously. We don't need any type of that anthro stuff. Not at all right? So anthropomorphize. Wow, that's kind of a different word. Okay, we don't need the machine to become evil. This is not Terminator, y'all. No, the engineering question is much more useful. What authority did we give the system? What could it reach? And what happened when the controls fail? That's the adult conversation. All right, segment 6, responsible AI becoming architecture. This is where today's signal connects to something bigger, y'all. Pay attention. Let's go. Responsible AI cannot simply be a paragraph in a policy document, okay? It has to be built into the system, okay? Look, least privilege, all right? Give the AI only the access it needs. Human approval. Require a person before consequential actions. Audibility. Know what happened. Cost controls. Know what the system is consuming. Fallbacks. Know what happens when a provider fails. And disclosure. People deserve to know when they're interacting with an AI system. Matter of fact, the last ad that I did, I was underwater. Now, of course, I wrote a prompt for that, right? If not, I'm in the Bahamas, we're in Ghana, wherever, and I'm sharing that live, just like I do live now. I'm not even in my office most of the time, just so that you guys will know this is grassroots type stuff we doing right here. Okay, we're also entering an important regulatory moment. Key EU AI Act, remember, August 2nd? Transparency requirements are taking effect. So adding pressure around disclosure and machine readable identification of AI generated content. This is from ARXIV. So look, responsible AI is becoming something much more concrete, y'all. Architecture. All right, segment 7, the bigger picture. Here's what fascinated me this past week. 3 seemingly different things are like converging, y'all. Like model routing, agent governance, and AI transparency. Now, you all know what that means. I know. They're all pointing toward the same destination. AI is becoming an operating layer. Not an app, not a chatbot, an operating layer. And once intelligence becomes infrastructure, you need the same things we've always needed with important infrastructure. Reliability, security, accountability, cost control, standards, and somebody responsible for the system. Keyword, somebody, some human. Segment 8, we're getting to the end, y'all. What comes next? Here's my read on the next phase. We're going to see fewer businesses bragging, we use AI, and more businesses asking, which AI? For what? At what cost? With what permissions? Measured how? That's maturity, y'all. And I think that's good news, right? Because the AI opportunity doesn't disappear when the hype disappears. It gets clearer. Signal, y'all. All right, so here's my TopCat signal move today. So here's your assignment. Take one AI workflow in your business, just one, and write down 5 things. Number 1, the job. What exactly is this AI supposed to accomplish? Number 2, cost. What does the entire workflow actually cost? 3, authority. What can the AI do without you? 4, outcome. What measurable business results does it produce? Number 5, what happens if it goes wrong? Do you have a kill switch? If you can't answer those 5 questions, do not add another AI tool yet. Fix the system you've already got. Let's grow. Now in closing, and that's today's signal, y'all. AI isn't slowing down, but the conversation is getting smarter. The next competitive advantage isn't simply access to intelligence. It's the ability to direct intelligence responsibly. You feel me? The businesses that understand that early will have something much more valuable than a collection of AI tools. They have an AI operating system built around their actual business. And that's the distinction I want you to remember, y'all. We're powered by TopCat Enterprises, also TopCat AI and Coaching, TopCat at Gate 9 Market, and AskTopCat.com. We're here for you. And as an author, I'm always looking for good material to write something about to help you guys. All right? So here it is. AI should remove friction, y'all, not remove accountability. Use the machines where the machine is strongest. Keep the human where the human matters. Measure what moves, protect what matters, and never confuse activity with progress. I'm Coach Clement. This is the TopCat AI Signal Report number 66. No noise, no hype, just what's moving, what it means, and what you can do with it. Until next time, follow the signal, ignore the noise, and build something worth becoming responsible for. Let's grow. Thank you. Number 67 around the corner. We're out.